Wetherspoons have recently bought the Eleanor Lupton Centre in Headingley. However, local residents are not happy with this decision. As part of the chain's agreement with the local council, they have decided to refuse entry to all Otley-run parties.
It's going to damage our business, but it's been coming for a long time. It's one of those things I'm not too surprised, but at the same time, I'll be interested to see what happens when it opens.
The pandemic has financially impacted both big businesses and the self-employed due to the extra cost needed to support their workers and themselves.
We've always spent a lot of money on health and safety, but obviously we've had to actually put more practices in place. And what we found at the early days of the pandemic, we couldn't get hold of nitrile gloves, we couldn't get hold of face masks. So we struggled to get hold of that. So you end up paying a premium price to get those goods in.
Every day people use AirDrop to send photos to each other, but some use it to send sexually explicit images to unsuspecting victims. This is called cyber flashing. AirDrop is a service that only Apple products can operate. It uses Bluetooth that creates a Wi-Fi network between devices, allowing people to send images to each other. Most of the incidents that have been reported have taken place on public transport, most commonly trains and buses. This week, children across the country will have been learning about the importance of being united against bullying, with the week marking Anti-Bullying Week 2020. National Children's Bureau is the charity behind the week. Evan Ramshaw from the charity explained why he thinks it's important for children to learn from a young age of the effects bullying can do.
Many adults who have been bullied as kids still feel that impact when they're older.
All across England, NHS pharmacies have been struggling to make people's prescriptions due to others panic buying medicine in fear of coronavirus. With recent guidance from the government telling vulnerable people who are at an increased risk of severe illness from coronavirus to social distance and self-isolate, it has led to many needing their medical prescriptions early. However, this has led to a rise in pressure on pharmacies as they don't have enough resources to help those in need. I spoke to Brogan Stew, an NHS pharmacy dispenser, on how the pharmacy she works in is handling coronavirus while staying open.
We're allowing one person in at a time into the shop. We're not going out to the front into the shop if we can help it.
It's estimated that women spend an average of £13 a month on sanitary products, but 2 billion across the world cannot afford these necessary hygiene products. In the UK, 1 in 10 girls are forced to miss school as they do not have the funds to afford these necessities. But in recent weeks, Scotland made history by becoming the first country to pass the Period Products Act that abolishes the tampon tax and allows free sanitary products to be made available to anyone that needs them. Some countries have yet to take the steps towards the end of period poverty. 25 million women in America live below the poverty line, which sees a further 64% not being able to afford menstrual products. Grooming products are classed as essentials and therefore not taxed. Unlike America, Germany has recently changed sanitary products from luxury to essential items, which allowed the tax to drop from 13 to 7%. With some countries starting to resolve period poverty, there's hope that others will soon follow. This is Emilia Kettle reporting for Lead Tax.